So Wild Robot is something that I saw like opening weekend when it came out last month. I actually had to drive from where I live all the way like to almost Columbia, which is like almost an hour and a half from my house because I needed to get gas because we ran out because of the whole hurricane thing. And I happened to, when I got done pumping gas, I happened to be a mile and a half from a Regal, which is what I currently have as a subscription. So I was like,
May as
well,
well.
I have no power or anything back at my house. I might as well stay somewhere for a little while and enjoy myself. So
Right.
I saw the Wild Robot. The theater was crap. Um, you know how theaters kind of like they kind of like go down with the seats like this. This one
Old school theaters.
was just straight up. Like there's no incline from the back to the front. So like all the seats are just on a nice playing field. It was not great, but I enjoyed the movie. Uh,
Okay.
I will say it did make me almost tear up. Didn't get me to choke
It's
up
not
though.
surprising.
It is DreamWorks though,
It's not
and
surprising.
it's Chris Sanders who directed it, who's done like Lilo and Stitch and all the How to Train Your Dragon movies, which are my childhood. So
Right.
doesn't surprise me too much. I'm glad to see that even though it has not made a ton of money, it is still getting a sequel.
Okay.
Since you are fresh-minded with it, what did you think?
I enjoyed it. I had to run it back a couple of times because I was at work, but I enjoyed it. It was it was a little too predictable. Um, Animation was fire. The animation was fire. The art direction, all of that, but I don't know. It was a little too predictable. I did say this though. After finish watching the entire movie, I did say to myself, I'm glad I didn't see this in the theater. Like I wouldn't have wanted to like take my time to go to the theater to watch it. Now, when I watched the trailer, I had high hopes for it because we was both talking about it, and I was like, "Bro, I'm gonna go see this movie." But after watching it, I'm glad I watched it at home as opposed to seeing it in the theater. Is it a bad movie? No. Would I watch it again? Yes.
I think the only thing that disappointed me, and this is more so just from myself being, is when they had the first trailer come out, like it captured me because I was thinking, oh, it's gonna be like, like a Wall-E situation where we
Right.
have a whole bunch of heart but not a lot of talking. So when the second trailer came out and they had the animals speaking and they had the robots speaking, I was like, do I kind of was hoping there wouldn't be this bunch of animals talking thing because then you have to
Yeah.
come up with a reason why the robot understands them, which it was a stupid reason.
Right.
But I enjoyed it for what it was.
Right.
I can't remember is was the fox was that Pedro Pascal or was that Diego Luna voicing him?
I
I
don't
want to
know.
say Pedro.
I want to say Pedro.
I know what's uh what's old girl buddy's name from day one Quiet Place Day One. Lupita,
Oh, Lupita Nyong'o.
yeah, she was the robot.
Oh shit. Okay.
Um, I do think I enjoyed this a lot more than I was expecting it to, though. I don't know
Yeah.
if I would say it's DreamWorks' best film. It's the best looking so far. That's not as far as like How to Train Your Dragon's best looking realistic.
Yeah.
This movie is best looking as far as unique animation that doesn't feel like everything else.
Yeah. And it was Pedro. It was Pedro Pascal who played Fink.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
It's not that I get those two actors mixed up. It's just sometimes voices sound different and similar.
Yeah. But like I say, overall it was a good movie. Like I say, I will watch it again. Like if I had a friend or a family member who wanted to watch it, or I just wanted to put something on, I'll watch it again. But I'm just
And they
glad I got
score.
to in the theater.
I was glad that I did watch it in theaters because I didn't think I was gonna. I didn't feel like I was gonna end up going to watch it while I was out.
Maybe I would have enjoyed it more if I watched it in the theater. because I wouldn't have had any distractions. I wouldn't have anything to do. I would have just been able to like sit there and just enjoy the movie.
Now, it's also quite possible that I liked it more seeing it in theaters because not because of whether or not it was better than I expected it to, more so than the I've been dealing with like a bunch of depressing, realistic shit that getting out and escaping, like for 2 hours or however long that movie was, I didn't have to think about what's going on back at home that I'm gonna
Right.
have to go back to. And it was a nice, like, oh,
And
thing. I
see,
don't know.
that's one of the main reasons why I actually fell in love with the theater in the first place. Because I didn't have a bad childhood or anything like that, but I was the only boy and I was like younger. And I got lost at the movie theater. So like that was my solace. That was my getaway. So whenever I am having a bad time, I like to go to the theater to get away from everything else. So I could definitely relate to that, bro.
I'm also noticing uh Deadpool in the background there and Spider-Man right there. Um, but I think I'd give the Wild Robot like a solid three now. I'll give it a four.
I'll give it a three.
4 out of 5 robots.
Yeah,
I haven't, it's been a month since I've seen this movie, so there's not anything I can just pull from immediately.
right, right. But yeah, I'll give it a three. I'll give it a 3 out of 5. Like I say, it's not a bad movie at all. So like, if y'all want to watch it, I would definitely say watch it.
Voice acting's great, visuals are great, score is great. Story, maybe predictable, but it's whatever. It's
Yeah,
fun.
yeah, super predictable to me.
It's a sweet movie.
Yeah,
Definitely not as it's like if you don't think your kids are ready for Inside Out 2, but they saw the first one, but you don't think they're up to that point where the discussions you'll have to have after that one. This one's like a nice. Well, hey, let's watch this instead. This isn't
right.
going to be so bad to explain.
Nice little good family friendly movie.
Yeah, Transformers is also nice and family friendly till it's not.
Yeah, I'm about to say until it's not. Yeah, until it's not.
uh,